last week on the Glass Cannon Podcast.
Who are you?
Welcome back.
You look familiar.
What's the last thing you remember?
I remember, the gateway, and we watched you walk through.
Yes.
You chose
We
violence.
did not.
We've just broken you from a spell that we were under ourselves.
This black ice. My thoughts were not my own.
Is your name Ilkani?
Yes,
Is there more to this tower?
yes. Can I accompany you?
Of course.
Please, yeah.
What's this over now?
Oh.
Walk into the next room where an abandoned research camp has been set up.
Whoa.
Yep, ka-ching.
You find a yurt.
Oh!
Hell yeah.
The yurt can house and feed you and up to 9 other medium creatures.
Wow.
And 2 scrolls of a raised dead.
Oh, baby!
Where will you go?
We are headed to the crown of the world. There is a great beast there.
What manner of beast?
Soyo.
The Black Frost Whale.
You head down, and we just see a shitty old dirty tent. And we keep panning outwards, and then we just see the high ice. Just a wide open expanse of white.
The adventure continues now.
There is a 35% chance that Sydney is now married in the future.
We'll never
35.
we'll never know.
Huh.
We'll never know. Price, who you know, who's doing the officiating at the wedding, he keeps being adamant that he's going to leave in the part that's like, any objections?
Oh my God.
And he's like, you have to let me say it. You have to let me say it. So, we don't know. Maybe somebody objects.
Could be a
I mean, I
strong
think
objection.
that's. I just think it's a really great bit to to say like any objections, and then like you leave it uncomfortably long.
Oh, he said he would ask it
and then
again.
Yeah, and then a second time you're like, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Or like, are you?
Yeah.
This is honestly, this is it.
You know Price well. He immediately was like, I'm going to keep it going for a little while, just in case. Guy walking
Someone
by,
will
like,
take it.
sir?
Yeah.
No, not you.
Someone will take the bit.
Someone
I'll tell
will
you
take
what.
the bit.
You know
I
what?
predict.
You know what attendees at a wedding love?
A long ceremony.
A comedian celebrant.
Yeah.
A comedian officiant, I guess is the word I should.
Troy looks so
They
upset.
really like it when that person decides to like make it a show.
Make
The
it about
funny
them.
guy.
Make it about them.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
That's the best.
Yeah, the bride and groom love it. The parents of the bride and groom love it.
Yeah.
Grandma. Grandma who's nodding off already in the front row.
Yeah.
Loves
Huge
it.
fan.
Yeah.
It should be a 10-minute ceremony, and that's 8 minutes too long.
Hey man, I'm performing a wedding. Couple months. That's my plan.
Yeah.
Quick, just
You'll
I
be
want to
allowed
set a record for the shortest wedding ceremony.
See, when Skid officiated over Joe's wedding, he did it. It was short and sweet. It was beautiful. It was poignant.
And they did most of it.
And he had one joke.
Yeah,
that was
one joke at the end.
perfectly timed and killed.
Crushed.
Yeah.
People still talk about that joke to this day.
I think
An
that's the
improvised joke.
One
This was not
single
a
improvised
prepared joke. It was an
Wow.
improvised joke.
wow.
Yeah.
It was something to the effect of like today in front of
And it was like wrapping it up like
your friends, your
by
family,
witness by
and this group playing ultimate frisbee behind us.
Oh,
It's in the park. We're doing it in the
Yeah.
park.
And I was like, that was a great bit. And because he had been so stoic the rest of the
Yeah,
time.
he was just
and-
moving it along.
But he got that joke. And that's how you do it.
Yeah.
One bit.
One-
The whole
one-
crowd broke up laughing,
Yeah.
like lost it.
Perfect timing.
I do agree. Short and sweet.
Yes.
Short and sweet.
Definitely short and sweet.
Get us to your sweaty reception.
Yeah.
Who do you think cried?
I'm a wedding crier.
Are you
Yes.
You'd never think it.
I can't wait
Big
to see
wedding
you
cry.
You're
cry.
a big softie.
He loves love. He
Yeah.
does love love.
You love the Hallmark Channel, and you cry
He's a
all
sentimental,
the time.
he's a sentimental beast.
Thinking about it.
He's thinking about the Christmas train right now. All you have to say is Christmas train, and he
Christmas
starts
train.
to tear up.
I think it's appropriate that I should at least give you away.
Yeah, I think that.
You don't have anyone walking you down the aisle,
Phil's
right?
just lost it. He really dropped the camera.
I think Francis could be at the wedding too. If you gave me away, I think Francis would have a heart attack.
Under the auspices
God.
of like, please take her.
Take her. Quickly. Like
She's your problem
Like
now.
a hostage gift. Like you just take her. Quick. Quick. Yeah. That's good. Walk away.
Yeah,
I love
like
how you-
like a hostage exchange.
I love the 180. You were like, I'll meet you at the after party, maybe. And you're like, I think I should give you away.
Wait. Well, if you want me to come,
I think I should be a part of it.
I want to
be involved.
I just want to be involved, but no, I might cry. There's a good chance I'll cry.
You should.
I don't know. Something about the moment gets me. Right now, I think like, who cares?
Yeah.
Getting married, good for you.
Yeah.
But in the moment, you come down. You going to wear a dress or just sneakers?
No, I think you're gonna love it, guys. Pretty traditional.
Oh.
You're not wearing white, are you?
Wearing white.
You know what I heard.
Many
She's
people,
not pure enough to wear white?
Yes.
many people think I couldn't do it, but
No.
I'm wearing white.
Used to wear purple.
Do you cry at movies? Are you a movie crier?
Yes and no, not constantly, but sometimes. When I was watching The Pit.
Oh yeah.
Have you started The Pit yet?
Not yet, but I know it's good.
phenomenal.
Did you cry during
Phenomenal.
the
There was a moment when
Which
a
moment?
kid. I'm not spoiling anything. Everybody's fucked up in that show, but the kid goes his brainstem.
Oh.
yeah.
And like I was just like caught off guard. I was like, what? What are these? What's the salty discharge? Like Seinfeld.
Yeah.
It just hit me. I guess maybe as a parent, but the actress that plays the mom is so good. Like you. Yeah, watch The Pit. The Pit's great.
Pit's great.
It is.
But I'm only 2 eps in, and I cried for like a second. And
Then you're not ready.
Yeah.
There's another one that is going to make you. I almost had to stop.
Oh, I
was
can't
like,
wait to watch.
Not the whole series, but I was like, I need to skip this case because I can't handle it emotionally.
it's like it kind of reminds me of Scrubs. Like it's a completely different vibe than Scrubs, but it's so good. It's so good.
It's a great
I
show.
love crying.
I love
Great show.
crying
So,
during
Jinx.
movies and like TV show. I cry all the
Like a
time.
nice,
cheesy
good
Hallmark shit
feelings
gets me at the
cry.
Christmas
And
all the
animated
time.
films, a child's movie.
Yeah.
I will cry. Xavier looks over. Like it's not necessarily a sad movie. I think I cried when I said it on Legacy during Infinity War, and Xavier like looked over and he was like, "You crying?"
I cry when things
I was
get
just
too
like-
happy.
Yeah.
I cry when things are too cute.
Yeah.
I cry.
Amazing.
I cry on all those things. Maybe not too cute, but
Never lived.
I will cry if something's just really good.
That's my thing.
Like sometimes I cry if it's just really well done.
Yeah.
Like or a beautiful scene, or I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh my god,
It's
what it took to
an
shoot
incredibly
this and make it
well
look like this. Like
executed moment in like a
Of
movie or
art.
TV show.
Yeah.
I'll cry, and I cry all the time.
I feel like you and
appreciate
Grant
Skid.
cried during the finale of Giant Slayer for like a single half second.
Really?
There
yeah, I
was-
think I did. Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, I didn't.
I
know.
appreciate Skid as a viewer because he is so free with his emotions. Like when something's funny and makes you laugh, like you full belly laugh and like you cry. If I don't know, I love that. I love being so affected by media, and I feel like you have no holds bar. You're just I feel what I feel.
No, I'm really happy that because I couldn't cry for a long time. I wanted to and I couldn't, and all of a sudden the gradually reduced testosterone in my bloodstream. I just started crying like all the time. So it's like it's great. I love it. It's
One day
awesome.
you were like, I can do it.
But I
It's
was watching,
happening.
you know what actually makes me cry a lot is like watching someone like a great reaction like channel like Popcorn in Bed when they're watching a movie that I really like. Like she was doing a Casablanca, and I watched that over and over again, and like the Marseillaise scene.
Yeah.
And that watching her react to it, it was just like waterworks.
Yeah.
Just like
She cries a lot though, doesn't she?
she does. She
Yeah.
does. She cries a lot too.
She's a crier.
Yeah, that's what makes her the best.
I will say that if I cry at your wedding, it has nothing to do with you.
All right.
And I want you to know that.
So what does that have to do
Really?
with?
Because I can
What does that have
cry.
to do with?
When I used to go to weddings with my wife, when her friends were getting married, I didn't know them, and I still cry. So I just want you to know, if I cry, it has nothing to do with
It's
you.
not your love. It's any love.
You know what?
It's
I'll
just
take
the
it.
moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about your family.
Yeah.
Watch the whole experience overwhelms me. It has nothing to do with you.
I may be there.
Yes,
Nothing to do with me.
nothing.
Let's also just
It's not really your wedding.
Thank you. It's for
That's
everyone
what he's
else.
saying.
Yeah.
It's
let's just also unpack one detail there that was a little rushed over.
Yeah.
That Troy doesn't know his wife's friends.
Yeah. He really quickly.
That should tell you a lot.
And he went to the weddings, and he was like, I don't know who they are.
This is
These
when we
people.
were first dating. I met them a couple times. All of a sudden in Rochester, I just met this person.
But you're just crying at the whole ceremony.
The whole ceremony, it
the
gets
spectacle.
my wedding. Forget it. I sobbed.
Oh, I was going to say, I imagine.
You did.
I had to like cover my
Nick
mouth.
Lowe was belting. What's that song?
You're the meaning in my life.
Oh, yeah.
You're the meaning in my life.
Are you going to cry?
The
And he
inspiration.
was just looking at Nick Lowe, sobbing.
Oh,
I
my
had a strong reaction.
I mean,
to that song
I was
as well.
laughing too because Skid was laughing so hysterically, and I was like, Skid is either crying or I think he's laughing.
I was laughing. It's the
Well, the
funniest thing
meaning in my- Well, Dave Woody was on piano.
Yeah.
And then
All the
they
inspiration.
started cannoning each other. Like,
Oh my
Yeah.
See, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
Cute.
I'll cry at that.
It was very beautiful and incredibly funny.
it
That was what
too,
I was
'cause
going
they
for.
leaned into it. Like
Yeah.
they were doing.
They played it
Yeah.
full tilt.
It was
did.
theatrical.
They
Like,
did. They did.
Dun, 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 dun. It achieved exactly what I wanted.
Meaning in my life.
I wanted it to be beautiful and hilarious.
Yes.
So hopefully your wedding will be beautiful and hilarious because I will be comparing it to every other wedding I've went to.
As you should.
Yes. Unless it doesn't happen. We'll be back after this.
Nailed the landing.
It's Friday night, and it's time for chaos! We got Ross Bryant.
His skill has gone from a paltry 20 to a manly and robust 21.
Nora Ibrahim in the house.
If you fumble on a roll, you're breaking your elbows.
We got Rob Kirkovich.
You're a fucking intern, and you'll always be in it!
Joe O'Brien, everybody. Joe!
Mr. Walsh,
Dr. Walsh. Tell you what, I'll allow it once.
I sort of thought between us there was a little,
I'll fucking kill you!
You have heroin?
I accept you enthrall me, ever chaste.
You're gonna have to get used to this shit.
You hear the cocking of a gun.
So what do you think?
Who really is this pale viper?
It's just someone going like,
London Bridge is falling down!
you have to meet all the guys!
Drunken, shirt sucking.
And then Carter invents the fist bump. This is the most fun I've had in a long time.
Oh, we back in
We back, baby!
Victory squad.
Yeah.
Folks, we're back with the still single Cindy Emmanuel.
As far as we know.
I want to thank our sponsor. I got some news here. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank, of course, Norse Foundry.
I'm repping them today.
Oh, yeah, there
Oh,
it
look
is.
at
The
that
old
same
Norse
shirt.
Foundry blue.
Same shirt,
You
same
got it.
size.
Yep.
It's a little snug on me. And also want to shout out Foundry Virtual Tabletop. How about this snowflake temple?
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
How cool.
Very cool.
I went and explored every single room
You did. You
so I could unlock the whole map.
the
you
lighting.
walked into several other encounters that I didn't even
Oops.
trigger.
Oops.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. But Paizo's maps they're very good. They're fun, right? But what they do is they take them and retranslate them for this virtual tabletop in a way that just blows me away. And by all accounts, from some inside knowledge, that these are going to get even better and better and better as
cool.
Paizo and Foundry's partnership continues. Also want to talk about Gen Con. If you're coming to Gen Con this year, as usual, we're taking over that con. 6 live shows. We got Starfinder 2nd Edition live show on Thursday, which I believe is going to be streamed. And then later that night, we have Glass Cannon Live Ascension. And then on Friday, we've got 19...
Where's that happening? Where are we doing
That's happening at the Athenaeum this year.
Yes, we love the
cool.
Athenaeum.
Both our
Athenaeum's
outside
awesome.
shows are at the Athenaeum because Helium didn't want to play ball. And Friday, we're going to have a 1920s Call of Cthulhu show at the con that will not be streamed as far as I know. And then the famous modern show at the Athenaeum that night, Modern Call of Cthulhu Live, 30 years running.
Counting the days.
Scott Dorward, who I've mentioned before, is writing both of those scenarios for
cool.
us.
Oh.
So they'll be
cool.
debuting there. He's already sent me the notes on these ideas. As usual, they're brilliant. And then on Saturday, Get in the Trunk Live.
In the trunk live.
Also not going to be streamed as far as I know. And then Marvel Multiverse Live later
Fun.
that night. And then we're doing Gauntlets in the booth all day long, 10 to 6 on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and 10 to 4 on Sunday. And Cindy and Kate are going to be running Gauntlets, as well as all of us, and Matthew Capitacasa and Jared Logan.
Did you
They're
guys
probably
run
already sold
Gauntlets
out.
before?
Not last year.
Not
no.
last year.
Nope.
No.
Cool.
I played in one.
Oh, right.
Cool.
Beautiful terrain.
Almost
Yeah.
played in one.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
right. They
yeah.
all different terrain.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had the
Yeah.
Dwarven Forge terrain
It
last year. We
changed
had-
over the days. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite part about the gauntlets is like that night we would talk about like how did your gauntlet go
Yeah.
and how we all use the terrain differently. Like
Yeah.
I said there was a sword hidden in that caldera, and then you were like, oh, I use the caldera as a trap. It was
Yeah.
really interesting to see how we all interpret the same encounter in different ways. Gen Con. But now it's time to play a little Gatewalkers. The road to the end has begun. The end of Campaign 2. The end of Gatewalkers is nigh. Plug my headphones. You have explored the Temple of Findaladlara. You all got a boon from this
You're on
elven
fire right now.
goddess.
If you don't watch the show, you're missing out.
You're really missing out. It's all about the hand gestures. You've got a little boon from Findaladlar after meditating in these rooms that were once held by priests that were obliterated, not like the rest of this Ilverani tribe, by Edward Riddleson and apparently Gatewalkers such as yourselves. Some were captured and brought here and experimented on to turn them into Black Frost zombies, giving them a curse in their dreams through a soil. There's still so much to unpack, so much you're unsure of. Months of your life were a blank, but over the past couple weeks, those blanks have been starting to fill in of what happened to you. You found out last week that apparently the moment you walked through that gate, the moment you saw your brother, the moment each of you saw something that compelled you to walk through it, you perhaps ended up walking through Ice Gate with all these other people, and the others were like, hey, we brought chicken. You slaughtered them. And then you dragged them to the Temple of Findaladlara.
This is messed up.
It's really messed up. It's like the pilgrims.
So it's kind of
Yeah.
like the moment you passed through the gate, you were instantly dominated, basically.
Yeah.
That's how it appears.
You took the bait, right? Whatever the bait was that you saw. And
Yeah.
And then immediately as you took the bait, you didn't even have time for a ritual or anything. You just sort of were taken over.
You're just through. And that's your last memory
Maybe.
is walking through. And so from that point on, you were no longer driving the bus. And then groups of Gatewalkers went different ways. You went with Riddleson as his assistants to the Temple of Findaladlara, but at some point, Asoyo perhaps chose you over Riddleson for a secret mission where you kidnapped...
Special forces.
A special forces mission where you kidnapped the last Salmon Carr, Einamoran, threw him on a sled, and dragged him north, perhaps to the Nameless Spires, and then magically appeared back at the Temple of Findaladlara. Riddleson is like, did Asoyo transport them? I want to know, why did Asoyo not choose me? He's here doing research. He's got his magical yurt. You learn a little bit more about the Black Frost. You learn about Asoyo using dreams to give you powers and all this stuff. But at a certain point, he dismissed you. They dismissed you. It dismissed you. You went back and you stepped through and you were back in your world with no memory of what happened.
I had time in between eps to think about a question among these notes. Is there, and I don't know if we know this from before or from the home notes, is there any mention in the notes of what Riddleson saw in the gate?
Ooh.
No, but if you remember when you talked to Riddleson in a flashback after Lucky's death,
yes.
he said he saw his family and wanted to be reunited with them.
It was a lie.
Was that a lie?
Parents that he killed.
Oh, he's fucking lying.
Well, maybe he felt guilt later in life.
I
And
think he saw himself dominating the world.
0%. Yeah.
I mean, he does sound
I've killed
so
a lot of
evil.
people and I've ended up missing them afterwards. So
You can
Skid
relate.
gets it.
Skidder,
yeah, I get it.
Buggles.
He can relate.
Maybe it was just Asoyo holding up 2 bags that have money signs on them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One that said money, one that said power.
Something really subtle like that.
Yeah.
Just subtle like imagery.
Yeah, seriously. A tentacled abomination is holding up bags and say money and power.
A third tentacle for the handshake.
Yeah. Third bag with drugs on it.
And a fourth, sex.
That's a bag of sex?
Is that a bag of screw?
Shrugging like, do you like that?
Are you
Is that-
offering me a bag of sex?
You're in a yurt. You're resting by the fireplace making s'mores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High
It
ice.
could include s'more fixing.
Well, I was going to say this Alanki and I, like, we're making s'mores and, touch it.
Oh.
Touch it together.
Wow.
Oh,
We've got
sorry.
some marshmallow
Sorry.
on my graham cracker.
Marshmallows are connected now.
Oh, it's gooey.
Substance, I'm not familiar with it, my people. We did not have these marshmallows.
Yeah, they're fun.
I never thought of mixing them with chocolate and graham cracker. It's a trinity of flavor.
Squish it.
Oh.
Then you eat it.
Show me.
So she takes the marshmallow. She lights it on fire a little bit. She blows it out. She goes,
Oh, careful to catch.
Oh, she blows it out cute.
so you got to get the little crusties.
What an adorable blow.
And then she puts it in between the chocolate and the graham cracker,
Just like
smushes it, makes intense eye contact.
Oh.
As she smushes, she's like,
Goodness.
Yeah.
and she goes, oh, it's splooging out the side.
Yeah.
She licks the side.
Spooging out the side.
You really took care of that splooge.
She knows how to take
Really
care of
good
the
at
splooge.
flirting with elves.
I don't know. I don't know
Nick
if
is
it's
watching.
splurging. I don't know if he's going to be able to pick up on this. I don't know if it's
This is how I got my
want to
alien
be a
boyfriend.
little more overt.
She's so thirsty
So-
in this adventure.
Oh, God.
You
She
guys
met this
see
guy.
that?
Almost killed him
2 seconds ago.
6 or 7 hours ago.
Well, we fell in love when I punched him in the,
Yes.
in the jaw.
In the
Yeah.
Raised,
John.
raised my Elvin Johnson.
Thanks, by Elvin Johnson.
Gick casts musical accompaniment, and you just hear like a sexy cello. It's just like.
Some of your best work there, Gick.
Do it. Oh, thanks, Hubert. I feel like something's happening with them.
Something's happened with me. Might be the marshmallow.
What's going on?
Yeah, just feeling good, feeling excited for the adventure to come.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's nice in here. It's warm. Reminds me of my tree.
Yeah, well, it's she's watching them like having fun by the fire. Everybody's like kind of giggling. It's gonna get really cold.
Yes, yes. Well, luckily I have fur and you have, assume, back hair.
Why would you assume I have back hair?
Well, because you have a lot on your arms. Never seen a woman with so much hair on their arms.
It's
good. It'll keep you warm.
I thought you came from a world where there's no people.
Yeah, just the women I've met since I came over to Letha and Zephyr. They tend to be feminine, beautiful, hairless. So,
Hubert, when we get up there,
yes.
it might get hairy. I mean, it might get a little.
Yeah. Well, then you should be fine.
She just kind of looks away from Hubert towards Buggles and just walks over towards Buggles and sits down. Buggles, are you worried?
Worried, sorry. It's like a million miles away. It's like, worried about what?
Oh, I was saying to Hubert, when we get up to the crown of the world and maybe meet a Soyo or whatever, I mean, what's going to happen? Is that it?
I wonder what the hedgehog would taste like roasted over the fire.
She looks back at Hubert. What?
What about me?
Did you just say you wanted to eat Hubert?
No, what are you talking about?
She looks over towards Ramius and goes over and sits next to Ramius. Something is happening with everybody. Are you high?
And a cloud of smoke just comes out of his mouth. And you see just like down between his legs, there's like a little bit of a roach that he slowly pulls up. Only a little.
Coughed right in my face.
I'm a bit nervous, Geek.
About what?
This trudge across the ice. I know it will be cold, of course, and I believe the Keeper will protect us, and this wonderful yurt is going to help us sleep through the nights, the coldest part, of course. But there is this ugly business of rare and unnatural creatures rumored across all of these wastes. I don't know what we may come across. I just want to make sure we're protected. These are very interesting. And he's tapping on the scroll case that have the scrolls of Ray's dead in them. It's like, Not something I've ever thought of before. Coming back. Truly seeing the other side. And then returning. What would that be like?
I don't know. I have a feeling one of us might find out.
It'd probably be you.
She looks off. Yeah. Yeah, probably. I don't have a good feeling about what's coming.
What's wrong? You feel as if there's some foul luck going to come your way?
No. I feel good about us. I don't feel good about... I don't know. It's like a scratch at the back of my brain, like
we're missing something.
Yeah.
Getting something.
Yeah, something that could help us or...
Yes, there are so many pieces to this puzzle. So many notes in so many places. So many different pieces of information that don't seem to line up quite right. Feels like we're missing the beginning of all of this. How Asoyo first reached out.
I'm just worried.
Shows us.
I'm worried we've killed off every connection we've had. I mean, necessarily. But everything we've done, we're just losing people. People we thought were allies, and I don't know.
Oh, we've lost so many. Asoyo is responsible for so much death. And sounds like it was before, thousands of years ago. Before it was imprisoned. Guess I'm just confused between the... Asoyo needing us to free them versus already being free. It sounds like they already are. Or at least partially so, right?
And using us. But to
us.
what end? I don't know.
Here's what I believe. I believe at the moment that we come close to this being, this creature, this abomination, whatever it is, we will be tested. It will try to control us once more, but this time we stand up. This time we hold our ground. We keep our minds and our will intact. I think it has made a mistake making us as powerful as we are. And it will live to regret that decision.
She looks kind of towards Buggles as you say, how powerful we are. I'm thinking about what he had said while still under the thrall of Asoyo or whatever it was, the elf, about Buggles being special or too powerful or not good enough or something. She looks towards Buggles and back. Yeah, we are pretty powerful.
Yes, we are. And this power that I have begun to feel. You remember, in the final moments with, what's his name? Your boyfriend, your new Galarian boyfriend.
Ilkani.
Ilkani. With Ilkani.
He's never corrected you.
Ilkani, when I banished him from the possession, that holy light flows forth from the Keeper. The Keeper is watching all of this. My connection with the Keeper has never been stronger. As much as they say they give us these powers, if I was not connected to the Keeper, I would be powerless. He is guiding our journey. Gurhasta is ensuring the balance of things by the destruction of this abomination. You should have no reason to be afraid. We will be victorious. We will. You can see he's working himself into a fervor somehow.
And the music that she had cast, musical accompaniment, starts to change more into a building excitement as we're talking.
And he's hearing it and getting more into it, yeah.
And she grabs a carafe of wine that's in the yurt.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And she pours.
I didn't even see that.
She pours.
It's all just tired of marshmallows.
And
this whole yurt was just marshmallows.
She pours Zephyr some, and Ilkani, and Buggles. You want some too?
Yes.
And Hubert.
Oh, I see you found my toilet. I was looking for that.
Oh, I haven't had white wine in a while.
It is. Shouldn't have had that burrito before we went through Ice Gate.
Gik lays down. Gik goes and lays down in fetal position in the corner.
I have a little bit of the
He finds the other wine. Of course.
I knew there wasn't wine. Why in that moment?
Hey, miss, you have a little...
said wine. I
Got
thought
a little...
Drank so much of it.
drank so much of it, it tasted good.
I heard you talking about your god. You know, Findalad Lara is known amongst my people as the guiding hand. So perhaps she is now guiding you as well, since you have meditated in her temple and received her sweet boons.
Boons? I'm kind of playing it like I don't know what I can do yet in terms of the dreaming, you know? So
do you not feel different having prayed
it.
in her chambers?
I do feel as if I was touched by some beautiful guidance, yes, spirit of great power and meaning.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what it means for me here, but I'm so glad we did that.
You have been touched, no doubt.
Hey, if Findalad and Lara went to fight another god, you think they would win?
That's a ridiculous question. It depends on the god.
She's a peaceful goddess. She would, if anything, find a way not to fight.
Sure, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
I'm just saying,
No,
if you fought another god.
Rovagog
I'm just saying.
breaks from prison, slays 1,000 people, and then turns to slaughter the next 1,000. What would she do?
She'd,
Stop them, right?
I suppose so. I never thought of her as a person before, more of a being of omnipotent power, but I guess, yes, she would step in and defend the innocent.
Yes.
We're going after a living god.
Of course.
And we've got the backing of a god that gives us the guiding hand and leads us in the right direction. That's enough for me. If you think Findalad Lara could take on a Soyo, that's enough for me. I believe it.
You are going to kill a god?
I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm just saying, if we go to try to take down a Soyo, what Sakawachi said, you need a sacrifice, you need a living god, and if a Soyo has become godlike, then why not? If we have the power, why not?
I thought what Sakawachi was saying is that you had to sacrifice a living god in order to imprison a Soyo.
Would Findalad Lara let us kill her?
I don't.
What?
I
Gik. She's stoned.
What? No, I'm serious.
I don't.
I'm thinking big. I'm thinking big ideas.
This is sacrilegious talk.
No, of course.
Especially in a temple dedicated to her.
God. You know what, Ilkani? Let's come over here. You think Findalad Lara likes marshmallows?
I imagine if she were to taste these delicious treats, she would find them as enticing as I do.
Right? And she's like, ha, like, come on, let's start hanging out again. And this was a weird conversation, and it really brought the mood weird. And she's trying to, hang out with Ilkani.
Gik just stops her music and goes and walks off. And she's going to go just look at different things in the tower to study more of Ilkani's people. And she's just going to kind of do the montage of walking through, tracing her hand along the
Looking
walls.
Looking at the history on all the stained glass that's actually just colored ice, seeing the history of the elves, these Ilvarani people that now apparently no longer exist. They're all dead. And seeing what they accomplished, all these great works of art. You realize that Findalad Lara is a goddess of architecture and beauty and art, so it really speaks to you as a musician, seeing this work that was done long ago.
And I think in game, I am going to take the special Twilight speaker's feed.
Ooh.
So this is sort of her, she puts her foot in her mouth, doesn't really know anything about these people, and she's going to want to learn more. And in learning that Findalad Lara actually aligns with a lot of what she believes as a person.
Were you godless going into this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's going to kind of lean into that and
Like all musicians.
Godless
hedonistic,
musician.
godless idiots.
Godless idiots.
She's going to kind of lean into that and also become more societally knowledgeable. So that's sort of my interpretation of that.
I like that. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting archetype thematically. Obviously, we're coming to the end of our story here, but for you to take that on is interesting, and there's a lot of fun feats you could take if you level up again.
We never will.
Possible.
Ramius will scooch over toward Buggles. Sort of just like pulls up his robes a bit to sit down next to him.
We just hear Zephyr and Ilveride. Marshmallows.
Bantering, laughing. Buggles, is everything all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
You seem a bit quiet.
Oh, was I? No, just watching.
Are you nervous?
No, not the least.
Good, me neither.
Yes.
This is going to be fun.
Yes. May I have some of that you're smoking?
Of course.
Thank you.
You're not coughing quite so much as you used to.
No, feels very good.
I'm not sure how often we'll be able to, escape through this in the coming weeks. We may need to stay a bit sharper, so enjoying one more night before the expedition begins.
Yes. Enjoying the company, enjoying each other's presence.
How have you been feeling lately?
Marvelous. Wonderful.
Good.
Better than ever.
Good. Well, let's get some rest. We've got a long journey ahead of us.
Yes, perhaps after I've had something else to eat. And he goes over to the food, like whatever it is. So he grabs like the s'mores material and just starts like grabbing fistfuls of it and just shoving it into his mouth.
Yikes.
Yeah, the fact that you're doing so well right now is kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
And eventually you go to sleep. Good timing on that music. You wake up the next day. You exit the yurt and see this dirty old tent. Pack it up. Varani says, "So, do you think you'll return this way?"
Oh, of course. I mean, we know
I wasn't talking.
Some strange means of
I
travel.
wasn't talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, apologies.
No, but it's fine. Like, I like that you respond.
I
don't really care.
It's also so funny. Like, Ramius is like 10 paces behind Zephyr. Like, wrapping up the tent. He's like, well, of course, we'll do our best to.
Always thinks everyone's talking to him.
Yeah. So you think your travelers will take you back this way?
I hope so. I don't know if whatever happens there, if we'll teleport away.
Teleport?
That seems to be what has happened the last few times we've been here. We kind of teleport away.
Oh.
Teleport back.
Seems as if you've had quite an adventure in your...
But yeah, like if we're not gonna do that,
It's like I could wait here.
well, I'll definitely swing by
I don't have any
for
family
sure.
or friends anymore, so... It's a pretty nice temple. I'd hate to see it go to waste.
It's really nice.
It'd make a wonderful home.
What do you think about like a warmer climate?
My people have always existed here in the cold, but I do prefer to be shirtless at all times.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe I could swing
yes, I
back
could.
here, and maybe you can just continue to come along with us back through the gate.
I do hope that
Maybe.
you come back and visit. We'll kind of see where we're at.
Yeah, totally.
I'll just every time I make s'mores with these marshmallows that you left behind, I'll think of you.
Because I'm so sticky. Right?
What does that mean?
Yes.
Shut up, Gick. I'm flirting.
I'm not there.
I'm flirting.
I'm
Gick.
not there. I'm downstairs. I'm so far away.
Everyone's always ruining my game.
I'm so far
Ramius
away.
just like
If it
stops
wasn't for-
packing up the tent and is
If it
like,
wasn't for everyone else, I'd be killing it right now.
I'm so far away. I couldn't be further.
What?
Yeah, just whenever it's sticking to your fingers, just think of me.
Good journey.
He's not staying in the yurt, right? Like, where's he staying? Are we all in the yurt? Am I the only one concerned about sleeping arrangements tonight in the yurt?
He's not coming with us.
We're in the yurt. Oh, we woke up?
We're up.
There's 9
next day.
sleeping mats.
I'm away. I'm so far away.
Have fun. You can come back later.
I help Ramius roll up the yurt, and we are in complete silence. Absolute horrified.
Deborah walks over and she's like,
We got it. We got
Nailed
it.
it.
We got it. We got it. No need. We
you
got
guys
it.
need
What
any
did you
help
say?
with that?
No
Need
need.
help with the bed rolls?
and we'll continue packing.
She turns
up.
around as she leaves and waves back.
Really sexily.
Lost control of my body.
Hubert comes over to you, Gick. Seems like Zephyr and a new friend really hit it off.
She has got such pull. It is incredible.
Yes. Maybe if you took care of yourself, you could catch a man. And he walks away.
Gick turns and makes another.
I love it when Hubert does this. It's so funny.
Makes another snowball. Lines it up and just nails Hubert in the back of the head.
Reads her to filth for no reason.
Oh my god!
Let's climb out the window.
And so you set out. Over the ice bridge. You teeter along this makeshift bridge to the high ice. And now armed with all this new information and a magical yurt, you are ready to set off on your route to the Nameless Spires. You can assume from the research Edward has done and anything you know about the Crown of the World that over the next few months, you're going to traverse increasingly barren, bleak, and frozen landscapes where the only plants are hardy lichens or strange fungi, and even then, only rarely. Luckily, you have this yurt now, which provides you with food, but it can only be used once a day.
So we have the ring. Someone has the ring, too.
There's a ring of sustenance.
Ramius has the ring of sustenance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to retrain if weeks are passing. So you just let me know when a week or more is passing.
Okay. Yeah, think about this. It's a multi-month journey. You know that as opportunities to subsist off the land diminish, which you don't have to worry about, you can probably also expect dangers in the form of brutal weather, treacherous environments, intense cold, and who knows what in terms of Arctic inhabitants that can survive in this landscape. You discovered a map of Edward's planned route to return to the Nameless Spires and his belongings. It looks to be a journey of about 685 miles. Let me get that.
So brutal. Over like an Arctic landscape.
There you go.
Like an unending,
crazy.
just like expanse.
Wow.
It's
Oh
not
my
interesting
gosh.
to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
like Ice Gate to
maddening.
Findaladlara Temple. Look how short that is compared to how far the top of the world
Oh
is
my
there.
god, yeah.
some real fucking
feel like
Shackleton shit.
After
Yeah.
a while, we'd start to like get weird
Yeah.
mentally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some people like they do, and like just the kind of endless white, and it messes with your mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we stay on course? Not to invite problems, but I mean, are we rolling survival? Is that the idea, or is there something
We have a
that
compass.
do we have something that gives us such clear indication of what the path is?
There's a lot of different ways we could do this. You know, I'm going to kind of hand wave some of it to a certain extent, just because it'll get real
Yeah,
boring.
if you're not interested in that,
Yeah.
that's fine.
It's this part of the world is like more, the crown of the world is more traversed than like the equivalent would be, the North Pole would be on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's more traffic like leading across it. So there might be like sort of pathways, like even like roadways that we could follow. You know.
And his route, his map, he did a lot of research. It seems like he knows a route, but obviously he didn't know what dangers you would face along the way. He had bodyguards. You dispatched with them. I guess they were going to come along with him and protect him, but
there could be like landmarks that he would point out that we could navigate by.
And we would know from Jade Regent that like there are people you could hire. You could hire guides to take you over to the crown of the world. It's a big part of Jade Regent. You have to find this missing guide who was like the guy that could take you over. So I imagine those guides have left behind notes of their route, and he was studying those as well. So the thing is, though, even with this map, this is very uncharted territory, despite large swaths of the journey being across what you would assume is completely wide open terrain. The travel over the high ice is exceedingly difficult because of the intense cold. Edward estimated 68 days from the temple to the Nameless Spires. That's what he sort of, you see, like 67, 70, he's crossing everything out. He's like 68 days. Maybe with some skillful survivalists among you, you can shorten that time, but probably not by much. It's not like you're going to shave a week off. Maybe a day, half a day. At least with the yurt, you're not going to have to worry about food or shelter, but it's the travel between camps that you're going to be most fearful of. Now, you know, we could get into the nitty gritty of, you know, rolling against survival. That doesn't really interest me right now. I would assume that you all have winter clothing. I didn't want to role play your preparation for the high ice shopping in the stores around Lepestadt.
Well, we also
or a Canada Goose jacket.
We have the suits. We have the those.
Well, there's only one though.
Special, but we didn't we find more?
Oh, we did. Oh, well, in that case,
you have one.
There's one like magical one.
Yeah, I would say so there's you got to worry about severe cold and extreme cold. I'd say the severe cold, to give you a mechanical way of thinking about it, it does 4d6 damage every 10 minutes with a failed fortitude check. And then as you get further north, it's even worse on a fumble, double. Without a casting of Endure Elements, you have to deal with severe cold, which is 16d6 cold damage every 10 minutes on a failed fort save. Double on a fumble. I have no interest in playing that out, but if you have winter clothing, that will protect you from severe cold. I need to know if you or anybody else can cast enough Endure Elements to protect you from extreme cold. Because you'll just need to expend those slots. And if you can't do that, then, if you get into trouble, I'll devise some way to assume you're not at full health at the beginning of certain situations.
Okay.
So we do have one. The Yeti costume was the mask, the Greater Coyote cloak, and the +1 cold resistance explorer's clothing.
Yeah, and I think one of those may protect you from extreme.
One person could have that item. That's the Yeti costume. But I thought we had found...
There was something else. Didn't you just find something that could protect you from extreme, but it's only for one person?
Thought.
Am I crazy?
I'm going to keep looking.
And that treasure pile you found last week? Scrimshaw scrolls, holy beads, the rhyme jar.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. The rhyme jar.
Is that a one-time use?
No. I think it's like...
No, you just have to
activate.
apply it.
Three actions. It removes for 8 hours. Yeah, for 8 hours after applying the rhyme, you treat extreme cold as severe cold. So for one of you, you can activate that. That's how I'm reading it.
Is that a consumable?
It's
a one-time use?
Right?
I think so.
Man, it's 175 gold, please. It's a magical reagent. It draws warm to the touch. Interact effect, 3 actions. Draws off the cold and warms your body. If you have the fatigue condition caused by exposure to environmental cold, it removes the condition. For 8 hours after applying the rhyme, you treat extreme cold as severe cold. Let's just say you couldn't all just use that and just be protected.
I mean, it doesn't say consumable on it, but it also is legacy content on Archives of Nethys.
What is it?
Yeah.
Rhyme jar. RINE.
I mean, wow.
Because also the fact that it's the size of a human head makes me believe you can use it for a while. Like it's a lotion that's going to last you a while.
Right? Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. Is there usually something that says consumable?
Yeah. So I have a couple of things like I have a mesmerizing opal that will really only work when I activate it once, and it's like a consumable. So once I use it once in a fight, that's it.
Yeah, I mean this.
It's item 10. So if it was consumable, I don't think that's too powerful.
Oh, right. And
Agreed.
these consumables I have are item like 3.
Yeah, 175
Okay, so
gold.
if we have the ability to apply this rhyme, so wait,
the Salmon Car mummified hand gives us cold resistance 10.
that's different. That's like cold damage.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess you're
I mean,
taking
you could
cold
say
damage 46, but like,
if you're attacked by, like you were attacked on that boat by those blizzard-born creatures, like
that would be that.
that
okay.
would give you 10 resistance against their cold.
I didn't know if it was just you wore it and you had.
Actually, whoever had that on when you got hit by that black, you should have taken 10 less damage. So keep in mind, you've got a lot of things that have prepared you for this journey without knowing that you have them.
Yeah.
Now make sure you know who has those things.
this
You
is
have the
tricky.
rhyme.
All right, so are
You
you?
have the rhyme
I
jar.
don't want to get too in the weeds here, but
Hold on
like,
a second.
Yeah.
We can narrow this down. So, is there a suit that is protected from extreme cold?
I feel like
the +1 resistant explorer's clothing from the Yeti
It
costume. we took.
says extreme cold. I don't think it says that anywhere.
We never found out what it said.
Right. So, are you
Stop
just
asking.
are you just ruling that that's what it does?
Let him make a rule.
I also thought that we found multiple like
Explorers'
clothing
We
for
took-
cold weather.
We took them from.
Riddleston's lair.
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
It doesn't really matter, though. I would presume.
I don't think they
really matter.
protect you against extreme cold.
Yeah.
They give you energy resistance. That their explorer's clothing is just regular clothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe,
But
it
we
gives
found
you
like
a bonus.
snowshoes, all the stuff we took from when we killed them.
Mhm.
They had snowshoes, winter
Right, because
stuff.
they had clothes on ready to do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basic gear, but it seems like the rhyme jar might be the only thing that can protect you from extreme cold.
So not the Yeti costume.
And Ramia, so if we can, so even the Yeti costume won't work. Let's assume it won't.
Okay, I'll look it up.
The rhyme jar every day, basically every morning before we set out, we would need to apply it to each of us, as long as that seems to be okay.
Yeah.
We would apply it to each of us, and then I could do a casting of endure elements to each of us.
Okay.
Maybe close but no cigar.
How many? What is that? How long does that protect you?
All day.
Oh, that's
So-
great.
Yeah. So
8 hours or all day?
all day.
Okay.
Well, the rhyme jar is only 8 hours, so we would only be able to travel for 8 hours, and then we'd have to just like stay in the yurt for huge periods of time.
So maybe you could do endurance and then whatever, like you only have 3 slots or something. and you
Yeah.
can't- So like the person who can't get endurance from you can use the Rhine.
Yeah.
The
Right.
costume is a +1 cold resistant explorer's clothing, while the mask functions identically to a greater coyote cloak, which I don't. Yeah, so I think +1 cold resistant gives you like energy resistance 10 or something. But yeah, these do not protect you against extreme. So the rhyme jar and your endure elements, you just got to keep track of your slots.
We get into this tricky rule area here where
Coyote cloak helps you to subsist using survival checks, but with the yurt, you don't really
interesting.
flavor.
Let's see. Not sure of these rules. I only have, it's a 3rd level spell to cast endure elements to protect you from severe. So to protect you from extreme, it's 5th rank. I only have 2 of those a day, and those are my best spells. If I use my 3rd level spells every day to cast this, I'm losing good spells for combat. So that aside, this is pretty nuts. Like, are you saying for these 2 months we are in extreme cold every day?
Probably the first month or almost a month, it'd be severe cold, and then it gets to extreme cold. Depending how you play it out.
So we wouldn't need the
today
rhyme
was a
jar.
really cold day.
So we wouldn't need the rhyme jar until the latter parts.
Yeah, maybe 25, 30 days in.
Would it be realistic for us to say that we bought gear in town before we left?
I think it's safe to say that no mundane gear can protect you
would have
from this kind of
We
cold.
wouldn't have been able to buy gear in town. Yeah.
That buy gear that would protect you from extreme cold. So like, here's the way I think about it. Thinking about like mountain climbing, right? There's like, you can have all the gear in the world, the most expensive stuff that we have currently. And if you're above 25,000 feet, on Everest and you're stuck like overnight, you will die. Like even in all that gear. I think that's what that extreme cold is meant to represent.
Yeah.
So even with all the great mundane gear, you need magical protection to survive throughout the days, I guess.
Could we have bought any type of elixir or scroll in town that would give us extra boons to not use all your spell casting? Is that unrealistic?
But it's like the course of like months.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scroll of Endurance.
What about the damage? Can you go through the damage again for severe?
Severe, I think with your basic clothing.
But that's what I want to know. What is the damage for severe?
Damage for severe is 4d6 on a failed fortitude save every 10 minutes, which would be 8d6 on a critical fail. And again, this is just to give you a sense of like how we protect ourselves. I'm not going to have you roll this, obviously. And then extreme cold is 16d6 every 10 minutes, which would be 16d6 times 2 on a fumble.
Yeah. I mean,
effectively 32d6.
I think we have to be reading something wrong in the adventure. I think you must be reading something wrong.
In what sense?
In that, like, if a party didn't have a caster with Endure Elements, you can't do the adventure. So, like, there must be something we're missing. The yurt is amazing. Like, the nights are going to be the worst. Mm-hmm. Are you sure there's nothing in there that's like, it's severe cold during the days and extreme cold at night, even in the worst areas?
Yeah, I mean, you would, if I didn't have a caster, I probably would have thrown in a ring or something of Endure Elements. But yeah, it basically wants you to use up your spell slots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
so then another rule that you're crossing in. So yeah, I was thinking about the damage.
But maybe the rhyme jar is the cure-all. It just seems crazy you find a jar that just is like.
Well, no, it's not a cure-all. It just takes you from extreme to severe.
Yeah.
Right.
So if we can get from extreme to severe, then casting third level spells, the question is, could I only have 3 third level slots a day. Mm-hmm. Could I use up a 4th level slot to cast another third level casting? Like, according to my sheet, I cannot do that. It says I have under-prepared 4th level and over-prepared 3rd level.
Interesting.
From what I can see here. I don't know. I don't know the actual rule.
Yeah. I just want to mechanically weaken your abilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
You specifically.
We know.
Me specifically, yeah.
And you don't have Endure Elements or anything like that.
I mean, I could, if I want to like train and get a new spell, maybe I could get Endurance.
Maybe the first couple weeks, Ramius could teach you.
Yeah. Honestly.
This is how I do it.
Let me see.
Because like if there's not a lot of like threats up here, like yeah, this is what we're doing every day. It's just trying to survive.
Yeah.
Elements,
honestly.
Pathfinder, Arcane, Divine, Primal. I mean, I probably could learn this. If it's Arcane, I could do it. I could learn it.
Really more interested in role playing it, but I just taking a moment to think about the possible damage and how you want to combat it mechanically, sort of behind the scenes. That's what's most interesting to me, rather than doing the 10-minute by 10-minute journey. It should leave you depleted of resources.
Can you learn this? Can you retrain?
No.
You can't.
I just don't know the spell. It's not in my list.
Oh, that's right. Bards need to know the spell.
It's not I don't know it. Unless there's a way.
What do you mean you don't know? The question is you can't learn it?
I don't know if I can. I'd have to take a feat or something that would allow me to learn other spells. It's not a bard spell. It's not in my list of spells.
Well, I mean, he can rule as a GM that you can retrain a spell. So you lose the spell you have at 3rd level and learn Endure Elements.
Now it's called Environmental Endurance.
Yeah, Environmental Endurance.
I mean, if you'll allow me to do that.
I'm looking at the learn a spell activity, and one of the requirements is that the spell has to be on your spell list. So
I don't think there's a way, at least not in this environment too, where it would be like, oh, I'm like going to sit down and study, and I don't think there's a way.
Take a little cleric dip at the next level up.
I think realistically, I'd have to change my muse, and that's a whole re-character build, so it's not going to work.
All right, I got it. I figured it out. I'm saying this is bad for me.
We're all going,
But when I said, can I cast 4 3rd level spells a day by giving up a 4th level slot, it's not letting me. The answer is I only do 3 3rd levels a day, but I prepare one heightened to 4th level, but it doesn't do anything different than 3rd level.
Like
and
it
it
doesn't-
uses the 4th level spell slot, but okay. Oh,
So I
great.
heighten it to 4th level, but it doesn't change its ability again until 5th level, but it uses up a 4th level slot. So
That makes
that's
sense.
how you make it
So you
work.
can save your 5th levels, but you're burning three
So
thirds.
three levels and
before.
1 4th level are gone for every combat.
Love it.
Awful.
Wish to come.
Wow.
These are my new damaging spells. They're gone.
Oh, great.
So
Gone for the rest of the adventure. Or maybe not. We'll see.
or maybe not. We'll see. Well, not for the first month.
Right. First month, not too bad.
Oh, wait. No, yeah, they're gone. They're gone.
Unfortunately, 3 days in, it becomes unseasonably cold.
Here's actually how it works.
Okay.
The first month, I lose all these slots. The rest of this adventure,
Mhm.
the rhyme jar begins when the extreme cold begins. We use the rhyme jar with my thing, and we should be okay.
Okay.
But again, that's only 8 hours overland a day that we have to like hunker down.
So you said like, oh, maybe there's something wrong with the adventure. You know, if you don't have this, what do you do? Obviously, the GM's got to put it in. But also, there's another end of the spectrum where there's multiple casters that can cast it, and then you're not penalized. You're kind of like equally a little
Sharing
off
the
instead
load.
of you
Yeah.
getting- So it just means that your cleric is like really working hard to keep you alive.
Yeah, and the cold is mechanically affecting your ability to fight, which makes sense.
Of course, Hubert would need some help as well.
Oh, Jesus.
But he's furry.
Put him in a jacket.
And he's so small.
Put him in
I'll put him in the lotion jar.
extreme cold. I'm a little nervous about this extreme
Perhaps you better stay at the tower.
It's
It's back that way.
up to you. I couldn't stay
We'll be
here
back
as long
soon.
as you'll come back. But if you don't want to use another one of your precious spells, then would stay here with my
Let's
new
do
friend.
a vote. Let's do a vote among the players.
Oh,
It-
all right. You know that I'm in it to win it.
A 4th level spell slot every day gone to keep Hubert around. Your thoughts?
I thought you had to do one anyway for us.
No,
That's
another
per
one.
person.
I will abstain from the vote. If you,
This is
you
players.
should- you
Characters
should
aren't talking.
decide.
So the vote is, do we leave Hubert here
Yes.
with Ilkani?
And save one, kind of powerful spell slot a day.
Yes.
Listen, I didn't want to do this to Ilkani. This is going to ruin him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's going to be alone trying to save that tower with Hubert.
Okay.
Just let me know what you decide.
Banging all the...
Jesus
Dark ice.
Christ. I was just finally like, at least I can get 2 4th level spells a day. Like, nope.
But
Zero.
I think we all know that Hubert is not going to help at all.
that too.
It's rude.
So we could leave him at the tower and get him on our way back home where he's safe. Because he's not going to fight or do anything productive.
Sounds like one vote against.
But it would be funny to have him there. It's funny. It's a nice comedic reprieve.
But does Gick think that though?
Gick does not want
I
him.
think Sydney thinks that.
Sydney thinks we're
Yeah.
talking as players.
Oh, we are?
I'll go with whatever the group decides.
He keeps doing
He
character
keeps
voice.
talking in character.
We're talking.
I know.
We're talking as
We're
strategic.
talking out of character. He's talking
Yeah.
in character.
Do you ever
Strategic-
play with strangers at a thing and like one guy just doesn't get it? He's not understanding the tone of the table
Boy,
right now.
I don't think we would realistically do that.
I will
Troy right
abide
now.
by the results of the vote.
Okay.
Kate thinks
I'm
that
going to do a 3.
Hubert-
I'm not interested in a tie. It's my spell slot. I have too much bias, so I'm not going to vote. You 3 vote. I don't care either. Whatever you decide.
All right, close your eyes.
Is Hubert worth a 4th level spell slot per day? Yeah, this is like a game of Mafia
Raise
or
your hand-
something.
raise
Is he
your hand.
worth a
All right.
spell slot?
If you want to bring Hubert along, raise your hand.
I want to bring him along.
I want to bring him along and
Is
not
he-
cast the spell
Is he
on.
worth a spell slot? No.
Just let him freeze to death.
Yeah, because
then he would die.
we'd eat him.
Perfect.
Could you
This
re-
is what Buggles would say. Is just like, yeah, bring him along.
Could you rephrase your question? Bring him along and use a 4th level spell slot and ask the
And
question.
protect him the whole way.
No.
Okay. Votes for yes?
He keeps pissing in the wine.
No one
So-
voted. No one voted yes.
Sorry, Hubert. You're going to have to stay behind. It's too dangerous.
No.
The temperatures could kill you just merely being outside, let alone the creatures we could face.
I mean, you could come, but we don't have anything to help you.
I
I'm
think
not
you
sure
should come.
I'm not sure I can apply lotion on you.
Oh, I used some of that
Spikes.
lotion myself last night.
What?
Covered in
Are
rhyme.
you serious?
Yes.
You're wasting our
It's
rhyme.
powerful lotion.
I didn't know what it was for.
He pulls up the rhyme jar and it's empty.
Just Just kind of.
Get in the tower.
You know what, Buggles?
It works.
Get back in the tower.
Buggles, you're
say
right.
it works.
Let's eat him.
Get back in the tower before I do something I'm going to regret.
All right, so
Buggles is
Guess
tying a
this
bib
is,
around himself.
Yeah.
this is
A lobster bib.
perhaps goodbye. Wasn't expecting this.
For now, perhaps you could
Head back to the gate and walk through it and wait for us.
So you
There.
walked like a few hundred feet away from the town. It's like, oh, so I just go back to Connie.
Whittleson
I don't
Manor
think you should stay with Elkani.
Oh,
and wait with the Gatewalkers there.
want me to walk all the way back to Lepidstadt from here? As
Yeah, go through the gate.
I can't power the gate. I don't have any magical ability.
You can't?
No, it's fine. I guess I could just start a new life out here. A little chilly. It'll be dark soon, but no, it's all right. You have an adventure. Clearly,
right.
I'm not a part
Fine.
of it.
Fine.
And
Fine.
I survived
You
in
can come.
First World.
What do you mean he's going to come?
Fine.
He's just a resource suck.
You can come.
Resource.
Thank you, Brother Ramius. Thank you. And he touches you, and his hand is full of rime. Oh,
That's so cold.
Dripping with rhyme.
Wet.
sorry about that. We'll be back right after this break. That was a close one. Thought that was the end of Hubert.
my God.
But instead,
I don't know how this happened.
Ramius will use 5 spells.
5 spell slots a day gone every day.
Keep
Very interesting.
Team alive. Hey, if Barnes was still here, he'd be using 5. He'd be using 6.
Wow. Very interesting. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's set out.
Set out. I imagine Lord of the Rings style. We're just seeing like wide camera shots of you guys trudging through the ice.
Up a mountain ridge.
Yeah, it's like along the side of a mountain. Yeah. I mean, it is just wide open expanse. There are perhaps things in the distance, mountain range, but everything is just kind of flat and cold. It's horrible. The good thing is, to begin with, the journey is mostly uneventful. It's just this barren, cold wasteland. No one lives out here. And anytime you get the sense of even the faintest hint of life, it goes away before you can investigate. You'll be like, oh, there's something up there. And you walk up and there's nothing there. And you think, was that a trick of the imagination, a mirage? Or did a rock look like something else? It's early enough in the journey where you don't feel like your mind is slipping, but you do find that time to time you feel like you're seeing things that aren't there.
You
shake it
start
off.
hallucinating.
Yeah.
Circumstances.
Altitude, everything.
The lack of stimulation for your brain.
Actually, altitude. I'm getting like altitude sickness.
Altitude?
Well,
Are we climbing mountains?
From time to time, the elevation is changing and going down. So there's just like, I mean, I was just in Vegas. Well, obviously, if you're watching the show, we were all in Vegas, but I had to go out there for a visit. The pressure for some reason, was really getting to me. And I was like blowing my nose and bloody noses. I was like, God, I'm so dry out here.
Yeah,
so it doesn't
dry.
take much to kind of fuck you up if you're used to something else. From time to time, you might hear noises. Maybe there's creatures, there's animals out here. Maybe it's monsters, but nothing comes after you, at least early on. Maybe they think they're outnumbered by you. There's 5 of you. Or maybe they're just more figments of your imagination.
I just want to say, throw it out there for you.
Yeah.
You do with this with what you want.
Okay.
If you're like, I'm not ready for this nonsense. Is there any way that during one of these nights in the yurt that Ramius, within his dreams, can start feeling like he can reach out?
Ooh, okay.
Like he dreams that he's back in Chesed or something like that. That's how the dream starts. And he's sort of at that tavern that we were at, that hotel, and maybe sees Gaius there, talking with the girl, flirting or something like that. Maybe it's a weird dream because Ramius is with Gick on stage, and Ramius is playing an instrument. Like it makes no sense, right?
I love that.
He's kind of playing an instrument, and as he looks out at the crowd, he sees his brother
flirting with
Yeah.
what was her name? Tally?
Yeah, Talitha Lucky. I forget her last name, yeah.
Who's the other one that died?
Asta?
Talitha Lucky Osterman.
Osterman.
I just call her Tally.
So yeah, he sees him like kind of flirting with Tally. And you know, his first thoughts are just those two are flirting, you know. I wonder if that guy's going to get lucky tonight or whatever, right? Like just sort of a thought.
She's
Are
right
you
there.
trying to include the names?
Get lucky.
Okay. Let's get Asta in there.
Yeah.
Maybe get some ass to.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
All right. And we did
Get a piece of Asta.
Yeah.
And
Dream's weird.
Yeah, I like this. You're in there, and then
but it feels dreamlike. Like he doesn't think it's his brother at first. It's just like, you know, handsome guy in a bar or whatever.
Yeah.
But then, you know, as part of the dream, the instrument changes. You know, and then he knows it's his brother, and he's like, oh my God, he's here. Now's my chance. You know. Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Is this like kind of where the dream seems to end, or I don't know if you're prepared for this? 'Cause this could
I'm
be a
always
big deal.
prepared. I think that you change from playing and entertaining to this realization, and you call out to him, Gaius. And as you call out to him, the expanse between the stage and the bar turns into the expanse between standing at the top of a cliff and down at the rocks. And lying at the bottom of the rocks is a crumpled up body of a man instead of a child who looks at you and says, Ramius? Then you wake up.
Whoa.
That was awesome. Yeah, he wakes up in the yurt. It's just something's happening here. Something that was more than just a dream. He's never dreamed of it like that. He's had dreams, nightmares before of a boy falling. He's never seen the man at the bottom of the cliff. And so, yeah, we can go back to like trudging along during the days and see if we can get another chance at this.
You have each other, but it's still very lonely out here. It's physically and mentally exhausting. Luckily, you have the yurt to come back to each night. On day 14 of your trek, 2 weeks in, as you're walking, you see a depression in the land up ahead. Depression in the ice, I should say. You look and you're like, you probably have to navigate around this. And so as you go around it, not knowing how deep it is, you realize that it's actually much larger than it looked like as you were further away. And so you can't help but investigate from a safe distance, and you realize that this huge depression is a clawed footprint.
Oh, wow. Man.
And it's pretty deep, like you could climb down into it without hurting yourself. And part of you may want to, because there is a strange stain like in the middle of this footprint.
Like it stepped on something and killed it?
Point of clarification.
Uh-huh.
What are we talking about here, size-wise?
Like as big as this room?
Yeah, my first thought was way bigger than that. Like a depression in the land. I thought it was like like
I was picturing a Great Depression.
This guy.
Is it like hundreds of feet?
No, but it's like
Is it like
maybe
she who
12
walks-
feet long.
Wow.
She Who Walks Through
So you were just
Seasons?
going to walk around it, but then
Yeah, maybe something like that.
We
It's
saw
certainly
that.
like it's larger than any footprint you've ever seen.
Okay.
And what makes it all the more strange beyond this stain is there's only one of them.
One footprint.
And that's enough to sort of shake you. Everybody give me a will save.
Oh, no.
It's a giant flamingo.
There's something very haunting about this solo
Can't land it here.
giant footprint.
Okay. That is a 25 for Ramius.
Okay. Zephyr?
16.
Okay.
23, but
Kick.
if that's a success, it's a critical success.
Okay. Good to know.
23.
23. Okay. You're just kind of like, taken aback, and that mental strain you've been feeling every day weighs on you a little bit more.
It's like a sanity check.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know how
What's
it may affect you later, but you certainly feel a little out of sorts as you begin to investigate. What do you do?
You see that there? In the middle? There seems to be some sort of stain. He's like slowly walking toward it.
You guys can see that too?
Yes.
Oh, I thought I was having a flashback or something. I thought that wasn't actually there.
Should we want to go touch it, or what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to squint my eyes a little bit from the very edge of the depression and see if there's if I can see better before I risk kind of going in. A perception roll. Ooh, 36.
Ooh.
You start to look, and it is a flattened humanoid creature.
Oh.
My God.
Just completely like smushed into the ice.
Does it
It's a
look
corpse.
recent?
It's a corpse. It seems to have been. He looks up to the skies that are just like the same color as the ground. The same. Everything is the same, right? He's like squashed like a bug.
Is it a recent corpse? Can you tell?
I don't know. And he starts to climb in.
Me too.
Toward it.
You guys climb in, climb down. As you get closer, you realize whoever this was wearing like crazy, colorful clothing that is now just stained with blood from one giant.
This is like Godzilla versus Bambi.
Yes.
You ever seen that?
I have seen that, yeah.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds
like a little
awesome.
cartoon.
The animated short. It's like
Bambi's sitting there.
It's like 12 seconds long.
Yeah. Godzilla just stops.
I'll come up closer to it and do a medic's exam on this thing.
Okay. Looks like it died from being stabbed.
Yeah, but how long ago does it?
Or what is it?
What's the cause of death?
Natural causes. Starvation.
Is it like eviscerated, or can we tell what it is?
Well,
Recent?
Yeah, I mean, give me a medicine check.
Okay. High roll to a low roll. 25.
25. It looks like it has been here for at least a month. The body is frozen in its squashed state. There are little elements of gear still on the body. Maybe it was a smaller humanoid. It's hard to tell if it was just a regular sized humanoid that.
But Ramius is, he's a doctor at this point. He's like an anatomist, right? Like this kind of stuff. It's not going to sicken him.
Yeah.
It might scare him a little bit that something could happen to him, but it's not going to sicken him. So he's just going to start like kind of roughly rooting through the remains, pulling at the fabric, ripping the bones apart, even to just sort of see like what is underneath what we see on top, and is there any gear in here, detect magic, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you detect magic, and you find 2 magical items on the corpse. I'm just going to tell you what they are. One is a retrieval belt, which used to be the glove of storing.
Oh, that's awesome.
And attached to the retrieval belt is a greater staff of healing.
Whoa!
Oh, amazing.
Woohoo.
Fully charged.
I feel like Ramius is getting so many items.
That's a good thing those didn't get crushed, huh? It's just our luck.
Where you've had to
watches
burn
our
all these
path.
other spells on that, now you at least have some opportunity to do healing that doesn't affect your...
I wasn't thinking about that. That greater prayer beads also gave me some extra 4th level spells. So yeah, that is true.
Don't forget, you also have the incense that gives you +2 to religion checks.
Yeah.
When you light it, you have a lot of cleric stuff.
Yeah, he's getting all buffed up. The belt of retrieval is, if it's like the glove of storing, I think I would take that too.
How convenient.
Because it is only, we would give it to Zephyr, but she doesn't fight with weapons.
Yeah.
Is that a belt? These pants you gave me are not really holding up on their own. I've tried folding them in.
You literally fight with your ass.
Right.
You don't need a belt of retrieval.
Oh, I didn't know it was magical.
Yeah, it's like, if it works like the glove of storing, it's like you don't see the weapon, you'll hold the weapon at like a command activation, it just appears in
extra dimensional space. Staff of healing.
So cool.
Yeah, that's to store an item, it's an action. To retrieve an item, it's an action. Both Actually, retrieve might be a free action. I don't have my glasses.
It is. It is a free action.
Yeah, store is an action. Retrieve is a free action. Boom! It's greatest stuff.
That's very cool.
That is cool.
That is awesome.
So look, you were selfless, and now you've been rewarded in the form of a stain.
What does it take to? It takes a week to invest, right? Right?
No, the sustenance ring took a week before it starts working. Investing usually is fine.
Oh.
Retrieval belt, just regular retrieval belt, right? Not retrieval belt, greater.
Correct.
Okay, great. And then a greater staff of healing, though?
Greater staff of healing, fully charged.
Yeah, I am familiar with the staff of healing. That's phenomenal.
And this poor adventurer squashed by who knows what.
Pretty weird. So is there anything that to be discerned from like the shape of the indentation?
It's clawed. You think about, dragon-like creatures you fought. It has that element, but you don't know why there wouldn't be another footprint. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay.
You keep forging ahead.
On the move.
Days turn into nights. The nights turn into days. Everything starts to mesh together. Day 26. You come up over a bit of a rise in the land, and as you do, for the first time in almost a month, you catch a glimpse of this impossibly tall mountain range up ahead that
oh dear,
you're looking at, and you're looking back at Edward's notes. I imagine in the snow and the cold, you're pulling out his map and looking at it, and you're like, this is blocking the path.
Are we anticipating this? Is it supposed to be
not on Edward's notes at all. Nothing on the topography.
Shit.
And what's more is that as your eyes fixate on the mountains, at the tallest peak, there is a single structure, like a castle that seems to flicker with light, like a distant star. It's dark by the time you come upon this, or night is approaching, so you can see that flickering light from a castle atop this mountain. You have nothing in your notes about this, but it looks like there's no way around it. It stretches as far as the eye can see either way.
We'll pitch the yurt here for the night.
Okay.
Rest. Think about it. Talk about it. I want to not retroactively, but as we were moving along, we never rolled like a nature check on that print. Or an
retroactive
check
nature.
Yeah. Was this a dragon print of some sort of like ancient giant dragon, or
Yeah, give it a roll.
Do you want a nature roll, or do you want like an arcana roll, or?
You can do either, whatever you're better at.
Magical beast. All right,
you don't think that this is a mundane creature.
I don't think it's a mundane creature. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll do Arcana in case it's a magical beast of some kind. So it's a 25.
Yeah. I mean, the claws does seem something drakish, but the size is unlike anything you've heard of.
Yeah, okay.
Huh.
But you also know it's not that crazy for there to be, unknown creatures in the Arctic up here.
Yeah.
What could survive out here has to be pretty hardy.
It would have to be flying, though. It'd be some sort of flying beast.
Came down with 1 foot.
1 foot, smoosh.
Just like stepped on him for fun.
Perhaps.
Just for shits and gigs. Pitch the yurt.
Pitch the yurt, and then I guess we could talk in the yurt. Just. It looks like, as far as the eye can see, the range extends. I don't know if there's any path around.
Did we take a wrong turn somewhere or something? Why is this mountain range here? It shouldn't be.
None of his notes.
Could it be like a trick or like an illusion or something?
It could be. Very interesting, Gik. I suppose we walk toward it. Follow the beacon toward the foot of the mountain and see if there isn't some way up that we can't see from this distance.
Yeah.
Maybe a switchback trail or something.
There's a castle up there.
I mean, it looks
Sure,
like
there's a trail.
there's a light on in the castle. Looks like somebody is there.
Unless they fly up there.
Of course. Wait, can't you fly? Oh, no, you can't fly now. And you didn't take fly, or you did take fly?
I did not take fly,
Oh,
I think.
huge mistake.
Did I take?
I did not.
No.
I think upcoming I
Why
can.
did you do that?
Maybe.
I ended up taking slow and haste and other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't fly, but I can fall really good.
So I'll have to get you up there. So in the morning, we hike to the foot of the mountain, see what we can see.
Yes.
All right. I'm exhausted. My feet are killing me. Going to get some sleep.
And so you go to sleep. Who's first out of the yurt the next morning?
Gick. She wakes up, gets the clothes on. It's early. It's cold as shit. She comes outside because thinking it's illusion, she wants to get a peek at it in the light. She comes outside.
Gick, you come outside and you are awestruck. The mountain range is no longer in sight. No castle, no flickering light. Nothing.
Wipes her sleepies out of her eyes. Walks around the other side of the tent. Push the tent backward?
There it is. It was behind the tent.
Came out the wrong way.
No, there's nothing. There's no nothing. Flat expanse.
That would be amazing. If you really did do that, and it was just another bit to show how stupid Dick is. Like she looked, she's like,
She went out the back.
It's gone! Camera shows her face, and it's just behind
I
her.
came out the other door.
Where did it go?
And in this moment, I'm going to wake everybody up, but in this moment, can I do...
Wait, did you already wake us all up, or before
No,
you do? Okay.
before I do. Could I do a survival or like an arcana check just off the dome? What could be happening? What could have happened last night that's different than now?
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you like? Arcana, survival?
I start with survival. Assume non-magical to begin with.
25.
You know, you're protected in the tent from the elements, but you do feel that there was a big storm last night. You could maybe hear it pelting the tent, or you maybe peek out from time to time just to make sure there are no predators nearby. There was a big storm. You could still see that light in the distance. But
Nothing would
storm wouldn't have been enough to wipe out an entire mountain range with a castle, a beacon.
Can I do arcana?
You can all give me a will save.
Uh-oh.
All of us?
All of you, because she's going to call you out. You're all going to eventually see this.
So eventually we're all out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it you just feel like you're starting to crack.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Shitbird salad. It's bad. I can't.
What'd you get?
Ever since I've gotten the same thing that Gick has, resolute faith, ever since I've gotten it. Can't pass a will save to make it a crit.
Oh, you have the same thing?
Yeah.
I have performer's heart and you have...
Resolute faith.
That's fun.
And what'd you get?
I got a 21.
21. Zephyr?
Damn. 25.
Larry Bird.
Little Larry?
Little Larry.
Or Gick?
Oh.
And what about Buggles?
I got a Magic Johnson.
34?
32.
32. Fuck it.
I'm so... Oh... You know, sometimes with Sydney, you're like, why did you say it out loud? You didn't have to.
I didn't have to say it.
That's me doing math.
You
That's
didn't
me
have
doing
to
math.
say it.
I know.
Didn't have to
You
say
should
it.
have just been like, nice. Success.
I know it's high.
Could have been 16.
That's going to keep you up tonight.
I know. I'm not embarrassed. It's the fucking Lakers. Fuck it. Okay.
Is 33 a critical success?
No.
Then you better make it one.
Just go.
Oh, right.
Then you better
I was like,
freaking make
damn,
it one.
Sydney.
All just feel like
Wait.
the world is playing tricks on you.
Everyone saw it, right? As we described.
But this is a
It's
good
the same thing.
This is a good thing. We don't have to climb over it now.
Yes, but it
Okay, that's an
suggests
interesting way.
other problems that we have.
It's a blessing. From Fiddle-a-Fara. Fiddle-in-Fara? The gods.
Zephyr's been
All
drinking.
of that.
Zephyr started early.
I think the snow is getting to you.
Finderland Lara?
The snow.
Are you drinking Hubert's
Thank
piss?
the snow. It snowed last night. Thank the snow. It's
She's got
gone.
snow madness.
Okay,
You all hear what
What
she's
is snow-
saying.
All right.
She's got snow madness.
Stop. Everyone stop pointing at each other and blaming each other. Clearly, we've been out here for a while. We thought we saw something. We didn't. It happens in the desert.
No.
It happens out here. What?
Not like this.
We all thought we saw the same thing.
Yes, each of us hallucinating in these situations is not strange. You forget to drink enough water. You get used to these environments where you can't see anything. Everything is white, and you can hallucinate. For all of us, he looks at Buggles, to see the same thing, exactly the same thing. We are being manipulated.
Did Hubert see it?
There is some magic at foot here.
Hubert, did you see it?
Hubert died weeks ago.
Hubert died weeks ago.
I opened the tent flap. Hubert is right there. No,
Amazing.
Yeah, Hubert's like a little twitchy. Must have just been my imagination.
This is a good thing.
Here,
I stand by that.
Hubert, eat this marshmallow.
I don't disagree.
I want your hairy marshmallow.
Again, I want to do another check. I want to do another recall knowledge to see if there's
Or an arcana.
if there's any explanation for this that is a direct could someone have set illusionary traps or be casting illusionary spells on us from afar? Anything like that could. I'm gonna do divine.
Okay.
See if I can get anything from it. Ooh. Natural 1. Shit.
I think that the best way that this can be interpreted for you is in this moment. You go back to the speech that you sort of gave to everybody about the keeper, and now you're out here facing this.
Yeah.
You maybe have a moment of loss of faith.
He's abandoned us. Our crimes were too great.
What?
No.
I'm sorry.
He helped us and got rid of the mountain.
Yes. He showed us a path.
And
He is lighting our way.
Findaladlar is guiding us, and she wouldn't guide us wrong, right?
Ludlar is made up. Pack up the yurt, Gick. It's your turn.
I hold the star talisman that's now imprinted into my chain shirt, and I kind of rub it. I'm made up, and start rolling up the yurt.
Why not pray to Archie and Veronica while you're at it?
She's real. I would pray to Jughead if Jughead was the guiding hand.
And after Gick has done all the work, we'll set out again toward right where that beacon was. Right where that beacon was, blinking a little extra. You can see there's a concern in his eyes, a doubt, a gnawing doubt.
You just keep walking. Day 36.
I thought it reappeared right when we got
It's like, landed on you.
In the mountain. God.
My nose.
Day 36, and you are in extreme cold, and you have been for almost a week at this point.
So the rhyme every day.
Yeah.
Yep, everybody's rubbing it
It's
on.
also, I think, you get fatigued after 4 hours or 2 hours, I think.
So we take breaks.
So, or I guess if we're protected.
Well, that's what the rhyme
severe
does.
cold,
It removes fatigue.
But even still, oh, okay, all right, yeah.
You got your snowshoes on now. You're going through higher drifts sometimes. You've passed through a few storms. You're trudging along. Even though you're eating at night, you're working up such an appetite during the day, and you don't want to lose time by stopping too much because you want to go in the light. So you're hungry, you're tired, you're cold. And as you're going along, all of you hear this faint murmuring sound.
Does anyone else hear that?
Hubert, be quiet.
Hubert, shut up.
I didn't say anything. I hear it too.
Everyone stop.
Shh. Listen to it.
You hear this vast voice that sounds like it's whispering across the entire ice directly at you. When you stop and really listen to it for a moment, you can pinpoint the source. It doesn't make any sense to you. It's like it's coming from this large snowdrift about 70 feet ahead.
Ramius will just start walking to. He's got his staff of healing out. He's using it as like a walking stick. He starts moving toward that mound. He's going to stop and say, Hold on a moment. Wait here for me. Don't come any closer until I call. And he's going to put up the hood of his cloak of illusions and vanish.
And we just see footprints in the snow.
Yeah, and he starts moving toward the mound slowly, trying to be stealthy.
Did you bring out your staff of healing, did you say?
Yeah.
Cool. So you're using that as like a walking stick. So you just see 2 footprints in a hole, and you walk up to this drift, and it's a pretty large drift. You don't know why. It wasn't like up against something that would have collected snow. It's just, you feel like there's something here.
Something under it. But as he gets up and walks around it, no immediate visible danger.
No immediate visible danger.
Do the whispers increase in volume?
No. In fact, they sound just as distant, but they know they're coming from here.
He's going to take that staff of healing and just like slowly poke it into the side of the drift. And it would be invisible, so you'd just see like a hole start forming.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. A hole in the drift. And you stick it in there, and you keep putting it in until it's like all the way in, and somewhere in the middle of the drift, you feel it push up against something, and it's angled in such a way that you know it's not the ground. It doesn't feel like a rock, because there's a little bit of a give to it, but not much.
Okay.
It's hard, but not too hard.
Pull the staff back out and pull down the cloak. You see him appear next to this drift 70 feet away.
We go to like...
And he doesn't say anything. He just motions you to come up, swings his arm, come toward me. As you get closer, he doesn't raise his voice too much, but he says, There's something in there. Something under the drift. Let's dig it out.
Maybe, do we have a spell that can melt the snow?
I can.
Nice, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ignition over and over again.
Yeah.
I love this. And so what would have taken, 10, 20 minutes to try and do, you melt it enough that eventually you see something and you stop, and then you uncover, camera from above, looking down while all of you
archaeological dig,
uncover a body, a remarkably well-preserved body of a dwarven man, wrapped in furs from head to toe, but he has his clan dagger lodged so deep in his mouth that the tip is buried in the vertebrae of his neck, like all the way in his mouth.
God.
You can see it like it had to have gone all the way through to his partially now exposed vertebrae in his back.
Oh my God.
Everybody give me a will save.
I was going to demand a will save. There we go. Fascinating. I got a 35.
Okay.
So he just comes down close to it. Interesting.
27. This is my worst save, so even good rolls, it's just like 20.
Yeah.
34.
29.
Okay.
How on earth? He's going to examine the body further, see if there's any other wounds or injuries, and then look for any other
Loot.
Yeah, I don't want to say loot, but what I'm looking for is identifiable items, right? Like beyond just the clan.
His wallet.
It's got
Does he match the other person? Like, was he maybe part of that clan?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like any similar colored garb or anything.
No, that was very outlandish, the last garb. This is like
explorers
cold uniform. You don't see any other bodies, any footprints around.
And
no other wounds.
Nothing on him of interest.
Except this dagger.
Except the dagger.
And his hands aren't like near the dagger. It's just the dagger's in.
Yeah, the hands.
Could you do like a society check on the dagger?
Could I do a society check on the dagger?
Yeah, sure.
There's any indicating any markings? Oh. 31.
There are some dwarven runes on the hilt of the dagger, which you would know at this point is a magical dagger.
Yeah. All right. I'd like to. I try to identify magic just while examining it without touching it, without
looking at. Give me an Arcana check.
27.
It is a +2 flaming clan dagger.
Oh.
Whoa.
Cool.
Amazing.
Whoa.
It's too flaming. I feel as if the whispers of this tortured spirit. I feel like we must put him to rest. His own clan dagger used against him. Whether he did it himself or not, it was not of his own making. And I'm gonna try to pull the dagger out. He sets down the Staff of Healing and sort of like plants a foot on his face if he has to just like get the grip from this frozen dagger to pull it out, fully aware that this could cause a real problem, but also thinking that this might free the spirit, maybe stop giving these whispers. He's going to try to pull it out.
Yeah, I forgot about the whisper.
Okay. You know, there's just like chunks of flesh barely still clinging to a mostly skeletal face. You go to pull it out, knowing that if it wasn't frozen out here, you could just probably slip it right out, but you do have to like give it a little oomph, and you pull it from the jaws of this dwarf. And right as it comes out, you all hear yet another whisper in your mind. Still so cold. Then the whispers cease.
Are you going to use that?
Oh, I don't know what to do with this thing. And perhaps he died of exposure, froze to death. Thought he could warm himself with his flaming dagger.
Oh,
He
God.
shoved it in his mouth.
Point first.
It seems strange, but you do crazy things when you succumb to the cold. Things that make no sense. Do you want it?
Yeah, I can use simple weapons.
Could I have it? I actually don't have a knife or a sword or
You're
anything.
never, ever, ever, ever allowed to fight with a dagger. Ever.
I could use it.
No,
Or if things go sour.
you can have it if you can take it from me.
You want to spar? You want to spar on the high ice?
I didn't say that. I said if you want it, come take it.
You do not want me to take it?
If you can't take it, I guess you can't have it.
All right.
Them's the rules. Yeah.
My quills are all stuck in me pants, so I won't be able to use those if trouble comes. And again, perhaps you should hold on to that dagger in case you need to do what he did.
Troy, do I get the sense that this spirit is now at rest?
Yeah, you don't hear any
Whispers
more of that
stop
whispering.
after that.
Yeah.
Let us hope the same fate does not find us. And he's going to... and as I say this, it's always so disturbing whenever a grown man just starts removing a belt in public. But he's just like...
What's going on, Ramus?
He starts to take off the belt that's, around his robe right now. Or no, underneath the cloak of elven kind. And he's like, use this, Zephyr. This belt. You won't have to carry the dagger, but it will be in your hand at a moment's notice if you need it.
Oh.
I've been using the staff anyway to walk. Use that.
Oh, cool.
That is
okay.
cool.
That's very cool.
She tries it out. She puts it in there and she goes phew, real quick. Comes out into her hand.
Like a magic trick.
Gick is watching you.
So cool.
Hey, same deal with you. If you want it, come and get it.
No.
Phew.
No, I don't need it.
Puts it back. Phew.
I don't need it. Gick is still watching from the distance. Looking at the dagger.
Oh my God.
We're going crazy.
Hubert is just... Hubert is just staring at the body. What would possess a man to take his own life?
People come out here, Hubert, they don't have the proper equipment. They don't have the guidance of the Keeper. They don't have the guidance of Finland Laura.
How long do you think he's been dead for? Maybe we can use a resurrection scroll on him and see.
And you assume it was godlessness that led him to do this? Seems very small-minded, Brother Amos.
No, not godlessness. Simply not realizing how dangerous the elements are. The reality is many people freeze to death out here that are not properly prepared. I dare say we would not be properly prepared had it not been for the notes of Riddleson.
I don't think it's godlessness. I think it's hopelessness.
Just a lack of education.
Should we bury him?
Yes, we should.
He was buried already.
Should we rebury him?
It will be difficult, but
Feels wrong.
Impossible to
Leave him
dig
out.
in this frozen earth.
You think this will be our fate?
No, not us. We are prepared. We have the rhyme. We have magical spells that protect us. We'll be fine.
Getting cold. Should we move on?
Wait, who said to raise him? Did you say that?
Yeah, Zephyr did.
Yeah, I don't know.
It has to have been 3 days, so you would know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been more than 3 days.
Oh, okay.
Is there any, exceptions for perfectly preserved frozen corpses? Any interest?
Well, he said
in playing a dwarf NPC fighter, the badass clan
Dwarf
dagger.
undead.
let's not forget the longer they're in the boneyard, the more fucked up they are when they come back.
Certainly, it's not worth it to cast that scroll. Have him decide he's good.
Let us bury him.
Let us bury him.
And
we'll just, put
Scrape,
snow over top
yeah.
of him. There's no way to dig in this frozen earth, as Buggle said.
Day 42.
That's epic.
In spite of your clothing, your magical protection, your rhyme jelly, today was a brutal day of travel across the high ice. Ramius, I like to think of it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that even the casting of these spells is arduous.
Yeah.
It gets more difficult to cast when you're protecting from more and more severe cold.
Of course.
So you're tired.
Don't forget the monotony of the routine of every morning waking up for weeks on end.
Putting on lotion.
Applying rhyme to every square inch. Casting these rituals. Because, by the way, each one is 10 minutes. Of each casting. Yeah. So it's a long, arduous process. Every morning you get all the castings done, and then you have to start walking miles and miles.
It's an hour of doing that before you even set out.
Yeah. I always like to think of the spell slots of a caster as a representation of exhaustion, right? Yeah. As you get to the end of your spells, you're just physically drained, mentally drained. So he's starting every arduous day already drained a certain percentage,
Well, this was a rough day. Lots of strenuous, up and downs. Not quite climbing, but just the elevation.
Downs are worse.
Yeah, the downs are worse.
Downs are worse.
As you get older, the downs are worse. Your body temperature, I imagine, is difficult to get it where you want to be, because you'll heat up during the more strenuous things, and then when it's calm and your body temperature comes back down, you start to get cold, and so you can't regulate your temperature very well. You're frozen, then you're hot other times.
You're sweating, and then your sweat freezes, and you're on the risk of hypothermia, but you have this magical spell.
But on top of all of that, the mental strain has been getting worse. Your nights are plagued with nonsensical, disturbing dreams that you can't remember. And so you set up in the yurt and get ready to go to bed. Is there a watch in the yurt?
I was going to say one thing as you're describing this. I feel like Ramius has so many books that he's also trudging through all of this because they're holy to him. I think in some cases he's in the yurt at night. He's reading from the books, to people, if it's not too bothersome, just as a distraction. And they're not just a bunch of holy texts. So a lot of them are the accounts of the, count of so-and-so's journey to the whatever that has this a whole thing about a culture that he was learning about or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so there's epic tales and journeys and stuff. So there's story time kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's going on at this point, but then also, I think we would have to do watches regularly. And Ramius is a big part of those because he only sleeps 2 hours a night.
Oh, right.
All right, so you want to take first watch?
Yeah, he can take first watch. Yeah, he can do the watch.
Yeah, that's
basically
true.
for 6 hours.
Yeah, well, we'd have to probably one rotating watch for when you sleep. So one night it's Zephyr, one night it's me, one night for just that 2 hours.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
let's have you take the first watch then, and maybe this night, because the day was so difficult, you almost regret volunteering because you're having a hard time keeping your eyes open.
Yeah.
It gets so bad that, let's say you say, I got to step outside, get some cold air on my face.
Yeah.
It's like when you're driving, you fall asleep, put the
Crank
window
down
down.
the window.
Yeah, so you go outside and you step
Flips
out of the
open
yurt.
the cloth of the yurt.
Step out into the night. And while the night sky is full of stars, the world around you is dark and featureless. And as you're out there, you're like, I can't stay out here too much longer. You didn't go out there like in a bathrobe, but you're like, I got to go back in. Maybe you're starting to feel a little lightheaded. So you go to move back toward the yurt, but then the lightheadedness like overpowers you to the point where you faint and the world gets darker. All of a sudden the stars go out and you awaken, and the first sensation you feel is an itch on the sole of your foot. And you're like trying to reach down and itch it, but you can't move your arm. You can't even move your hand. And then you start to feel extremely cold, and you realize that this isn't some sort of sleep paralysis. You're encased in ice. You're encased in ice, and as the realization of your predicament hits you, you maybe like sleep paralysis, you try to like flail out in every direction to like break out of this icy tomb. And it's like being in an MRI machine, like you're trapped, even though you know that like maybe if you just moved, you could get out, but you're trapped in a way you've never felt trapped before. You try to maybe just cease all movement then to conserve your energy, to conserve your strength. But in that silence, in that momentary pause, a sound emerges. A sound like chewing or sucking. And that sound is soon accompanied by a physical feeling. Although you can't move your head, you can move your eyes, and so you follow the sensation. You dart your eyes downward where you feel something on your body and see several immense shadowy figures gnawing on the frozen parts of your body. And we'll see you next week.
Oh my fuck.
What?
What the fuck is this shit?
Jesus.
What the fuck is going on?
What the hell is happening?
More
Nightmares.
sucking.
There's more sucking?
So much sucking.
Sucking into venture.
How did he make it chewing and sucking at the same time?
How many licks does it take?
Terrifying.